Hey everybody, welcome into day 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Another exciting night in the NHL. Not as exciting as night 1, but still had your share of good action. First game I got to take in tonight was Detroit versus Tampa Bay. Detroit muscles their way to a 1-0 series lead. Lucky 1-0 series lead, I would say, getting completely dominated by Tampa tonight. Tampa almost put 50 shots towards Detroit's goalie. I can't even say the kid's name. Peter Mrazek? Probably failed terribly on that. But yeah, they're going to him. Jimmy Howard's kind of been the backbone there for a couple of years, but they've decided to go to this Mrazek kid, and it paid off. He's the reason they won. Him and lucky number 13 there, Pavel Datsyuk, who had 2 goals in the night, and really just played an excellent 3-way game. You can't really ask for much more from your star. And I don't know, I'm a big Crosby guy, but he's starting to, I think I might admit he's the best player going. He's phenomenal. Steven Stamkos just couldn't match it tonight. He put a lot of pucks towards the net, and Detroit got in the way of a lot of the shots too. But, yeah, great game. Detroit picks up the victory, moves on, up 1-0, but I still like Tampa in this series. I think Tampa comes back and wins in 7. Another interesting note is Steve Yzerman, the general manager of Tampa. He's managing against his old team, Detroit, and I know he really didn't want that. He said, "Why couldn't it have been anybody but Tampa?" But that's the breaks. That's what happened, and yeah, I guess he's got to live with it. I'm sure he'd rather remember beating them though than have them beat him. Just say that. Steve Yzerman's a winner. He's a competitor. Good old Canadian boy. Loved him. All right, game 2. Second game of the night. Pittsburgh versus the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers held on here for a 2-1 victory. Give them a 1-0 lead in the series. And so far hold on to home ice advantage. That MSG was rocking tonight, baby. Fuck. On fire. Gotta love those New York crowds for no matter what, even hockey. And you'd think they wouldn't care that much about hockey, but it's a big hockey city. But yeah, big loss here for New York. I don't know how serious it is, but Dan Girardi went down midway through the third. Got a puck in the head. And yeah, for the Rangers' sake, they hope that isn't too long. He's a pivotal point on that D to win. So, good job on the 5 men on the Rangers, though, to hold on for that victory. Because they had to play with 5 D-men for the last 9 minutes of the game. In a hard physical battle like that, you don't really want to be down to 5D. You want all your men fresh, and they really willed it out and got the victory. I don't think it's going to be a long series. 6 games at the most. I wouldn't be surprised it's 4 or 5. Rangers are just too good. I think they're going to go to the East Final this year, to be honest. Again. Could be them in Montreal again, hey. I'd be fine with that. I ain't mad at that. So yeah, but on to Pittsburgh. I think this is the end of the Crosby-Malkin era as well. I think he might be gone in the summer. It's time for him to move on and, try and excel somewhere else by himself, be a star. Because every time when Crosby's got hurt, that man's put up MVP caliber numbers, Hart Trophy numbers. So, be interesting to see what happens there. I'm intrigued. But, yeah, the third game of the night was an upset. Minnesota, on the road, goes into St. Louis and beats the top-seeded St. Louis Blues. Excellent performance by them. Devin Dubnyk, yes, you guys remember Devin Dubnyk? The guy who was yanked every second game when he played in Edmonton. Not his fault. Edmonton's fucking defense, fucking awful. Their team management, there's not much good things you can say about the Oilers, to be honest. But, yeah, Devin Dubnyk made 19 saves. Not spectacular, but got the job done. Made the saves he needed to make to get the victory. And not a victory I expected, that's for sure. Them coasting to a 1-0 lead, though, and stealing home ice could be big for them. Could be the momentum they need. to sway the series in their favor. I still like the Blues winning this one in 6 games, even. I'm pretty confident. Like, they haven't impressed me that much, the Wild. They're a good team. They're feisty. They skate with anyone, really. But I think St. Louis is too powerful. They'll find a way they'll game plan better for the next one. Pick up the victory. All right, now the moment of the night, really. We moved on to Anaheim. The Anaheim Ducks versus the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets' first playoff game in 19 years after they had lost their franchise and just got it back a couple years ago. I know when they play that first game in the MTS Center, it's going to be wild. Those tickets are not cheap either. They're very hard to come by. It's already completely sold out for sure, as you'd expect. But, they got off to a really rocky start. In the warm-up there, before the game even fucking started, Andrew Ladd tripped on a puck and fucking near took Andre Pavlik's head off. Almost took the goalie out of the game. He felt terrible for it. Like, and it wasn't his fault. It was a complete accident, but you're just like, oh, is this how it's really going to start for Winnipeg, their first time back in? And then 2 minutes into the game, not even, fucking Anaheim's on the board. Pretty sure it was Corey Perry. 3 points tonight, 2 goals and an assist. And yeah. So I'm like, oh no, is this going to be a shit show? Like, is this going to be like an 8-0 game? But no, from solid forechecking by the likes of Blake Wheeler and Adam Lowry. That Lowry kid's good. Like, fuck. He's good. He gets in the corners. He works his fucking ass off. I really like that kid. I love him in Toronto. But, yeah, no, that was good. That they managed to forecheck their way back into the game. And then it was 2-2 there late in the third, and fucking Perry had scored, and it wasn't counted a goal, and they eventually had to go upstairs, and the good call by the officials on that one. It was clearly a goal. They made the right call by giving him the goal there. But that was kind of the killer for Winnipeg there. And then they took a late penalty in the game that sealed it. Anaheim made it 4-2, and that was how it ended. 4-2 for Anaheim. But yeah, I hope Winnipeg does all right. You know, I hope they get a win or two here. Be nice to see. If they can get a win at home, that'd just be a memorable moment. Even if they don't win the series, you know, they win one game at home. That's all they need. I just don't want to see them get swept. All right, well, I'll be back tomorrow to give you guys the breakdown of the day 3. Thanks very much for listening. Have a good night. Cheer on them Canadian teams.